Tempt. Romance audiobooks. A safe place to explore your dreams.
Chapter 1. Fallon. Present day.
Fallon.
Issy's voice is a whisper, reminiscent of a dream. I long to reply, my heart breaking at the thought of our fractured bond. All because of him. My enemy. My mate. The one who destroyed everything. He encompassed me in a spell, binding my free will while stealing my magic. Every bite empowers him more, giving him access to my deadly enchantments. He makes me teach him how to wield my power, his obedience spell forcing the words from my mouth. I hate him. I hate this.
Fallon.
I nearly choke at that familiar voice, drugging my thoughts, pulling me toward the past. I miss you, I want to tell Issy. I miss you more than I can properly say.
Wake up, Fallon,
she tells me in response. I nearly smile. Her mental voice is so stern, so real, that I almost obey. But I don't want to wake up. This nightmare never ends, even when I open my eyes. Sometimes it's worse. Like when Klaus buries me alive, drowning me in soil, ensuring that I can't see the sun again for days and days while he plays with my power. Oh gods, what if I wake up beneath the earth again? I'll claw at the soil on impulse, incapable of escaping no matter how hard I try. A punishment? But for what? I can't remember. A charm, my mind whispers. A mystical charm that brings me back, that allows me to override his spell. I frown, a memory nagging at my thoughts. One of a goddess. Power. Full of stars. She broke the obedience curse. I can picture her perfectly. All that long, dark hair, golden skin, and glowing eyes. So much power. A dream or a reality? I struggle to remember.
Fallon.
Issy's voice is laced with impatience.
I need you to wake up.
My brow furrows. Why does that sound so real?
Because it is.
She snaps back.
Now open your eyes.
I almost comply, but I don't want to indulge in this trick. It's probably Klaus playing with my mind again, luring me to consciousness so he can make me pass out again. He haunts me at all hours of the day and night, owning my soul, destroying me with each passing breath.
He's in the dungeon, Fallon,
Issy says.
He tried and failed to kill the gold in Garnet King. He was caught. He's no longer in control. You eviscerated him several times, remember?
My frown deepens, visions of Klaus bleeding into buckets streaming behind my eyes. A fantasy or a reality?
They're delivering his sentence today,
she continues.
Which is why I need you to wake up. If they kill him...
It may kill me. I finish her sentence. We're tied together via an illegal spell. There's no way to know what will happen when he dies. But does it really matter? I want him dead, removed, gone from my life. He used my powers to try to create chaos in gold and Garnet territory. All because he was frustrated by his lack of a promotion within the mercenary ranks.
I'm tired of being overlooked. It's time for them to see how powerful I really am. Besides, now is a great time with all the dissent brewing from the latest political scandal. It'll be easy to recruit help. Not that I need much.
His rant plays through my mind, reminding me of my mental reply. Except it's my power you're using, not yours. Granted, he had my power on a leash, so I suppose that did make him powerful indeed. But he doesn't have me on a leash anymore, I realize, my eyes opening. Because I'm no longer in that nightmare. I'm in a new one. A nightmare shrouded in pretend luxuries. I sit up in the four-poster bed, my surroundings immediately familiar, as I've spent the last 13 months living in this single space. It's not the worst prison cell imaginable. I have a balcony that opens to a courtyard below. Not that I'm allowed to go explore it, but at least I can step outside for fresh air. That's a few steps above being buried alive for days or weeks on end. Rubbing my hand over my face, I try to force myself into wakefulness. Is he?
Finally,
She mutters back at me.
I've been trying to wake you up for over an hour.
I hum back at her, not at all surprised by her comment. The last few years have felt like one long nightmare, only the scenery keeps changing. I reach over to my nightstand for my water, something I put out last night because I knew I would need it now, and drink the entire cup in a few big gulps. Most of my dreams of late have been about waking up in a grave and inhaling dirt for hours or days. That was only one of the ways Klaus chose to punish me, but something about it made it the most memorable. And I always woke up from those dreams with a dry throat, as though I were underground again all night. Slipping out from the silky sheets, I wander over to the ensuite bathroom to refill my water.
Fallon,
My sister whispers. I'm still awake, I reply.
I know, but today...
She trails off, her uncertainty rolling through my mind as I study myself in the oversized mirror. My green eyes no longer glow. My blonde hair looks darker now, lacking its former shine. And my skin seems paler somehow, like death. Appropriate, given my abilities. Or perhaps it's a warning of what's to come. They're going to execute him, I say to Issy. Today is just a formality. But I know that's their plan.
Did one of the phantoms tell you that?
She asks, referring to my proverbial prison guards. They didn't need to tell me anything. It's just what has to be done. Klaus tried to kill a reigning monarch. It doesn't matter that the monarch in question is no longer in charge. His successor can't allow the culprit to live. An image of said successor fills my mind. His dark hair and matching eyes so similar to Klaus's. And yet, the two men look nothing alike. Klaus is all cruel angles and sharp edges, while King Kaspian is soulful, deep, undeniably handsome, and so incredibly off-limits. He's only skimmed the surface of my powers. If I allow him to get closer, he'll learn things about me that'll have me sharing a death sentence with Klaus. Which is why I need today to happen. The sooner Klaus is sentenced and executed, the sooner I may be allowed to leave. Unless I die as a result of his death, of course. I suppose I'll be free either way, though. Maybe. King Kaspian and his guards have monitored me for 13 very long months now. They've questioned me repeatedly on what I can do, requested brief demonstrations, and drilled me about my past. I gave them the truth where I could, and lied where I needed to. I'm an orphan, I told them. I don't know much about my family history. It was the story Klaus gave them after mating me, saying he found me on one of his mercenary missions. Fortunately, he hasn't spoken the truth about our origins while in captivity. Likely because he's protecting himself. If Klaus betrays the O'Neilly clan in any way, he'll be punished long into the afterlife. Bodies can die, but souls are eternal. And souls can easily be tortured, especially when one has access to death magic. Which my clan obviously does. And thanks to our arranged mating, the Doyle clan and the O'Neilly clan are very much aligned again. I finished my third glass of water and sigh. Has Isla found anything that can help me counter the mating spell? I ask Izzy. I already know the answer, but I can't stop myself from voicing it anyway. It's the one thing we've been trying to figure out since Klaus's imprisonment. If I can break the spell, I'll be free. At least from him. The rest, well, that's another situation entirely, as I have no idea what I need to do to convince King Kaspian to release me from his watchful guards. I could try to run. but he owns a house of mercenaries. So my chances are not great, especially when one of those mercenaries is Nolan, an archangel tracker with deadly aim. I rub at my shoulder, frowning as Issy says,
No. The recent Earth and Emerald trials took a lot out of her, too. She's not been herself lately.
I nod, understanding that feeling. I'm glad she's able to visit you. That'll help,
Only when Father allows it.
Issy grumbles.
Sometimes he forgets that she's our cousin.
He doesn't forget. He just likes control. And controlling who Issy can interact with is one of his favorite activities. She can't speak to Isla like she can to me, our twin bond being the reason we can communicate telepathically. But Isla knows sign language, making her capable of understanding Issy. It relieves me to know Issy still has someone, in case I don't survive the coming days. We've been separated before, for 3 very long years, which was when Isla and Issy grew closer. That means Issy will go on without me, and Isla will take over protecting her.
You may not be speaking to me, but I can feel the direction of your thoughts, Fallon Doyle, and I do not approve.
Issy snaps.
First of all, I can protect myself with a few choice words. Second of all, you're the one who needs protecting right now. And third of all?
I wait, my eyebrow arched. And third of all? I prompt, amused by her rant.
Father is here,
She whispers back, sending a chill down my spine. He rarely visits Issy, and it's never for anything good. I feel her apprehension through our bond, her fear causing me to physically shake in front of the mirror. I don't dare to interrupt her, aware that she needs her full range of mental faculties to deal with our sperm donor. My fingers curl into fists while I wait, hatred consuming me. Parents are meant to care for and protect their children, but ours never did that. They treated us like property to be traded and discarded. Or that was my perception anyway. Issy is different. She's the family burden in their eyes, a broken princess unworthy of her last name. I feel her desire to fight, her need to remind our father of her true power. But she doesn't. She's too afraid of what will happen after her explosion. There's nowhere for her to go. He's the only one ensuring her survival in this harsh world. My twin falls silent, her emotions seeming to disappear. I have to stop myself from calling her name, knowing she'll reach back out when our father is done doing whatever it is he's doing. Issy's fine, I tell myself. I would sense it if she weren't. I stare at myself in the mirror again, my pale cheeks suddenly flush with color. One day, I'll kill him. Unless I'm dead, then I'll just haunt him until he dies. Worrying about my father and Issy is pointless. There's nothing I can do from here. Hell, there's nothing I've been able to do for a long time now. But that may change depending on today's verdict. Klaus's death is imminent. It's just a question of when. Swallowing, I head to the shower and try to distract myself by preparing for the day. There's nothing I can do to stop what's about to happen. My soul is going to fracture. And my magic, well, I don't know what'll happen there. Will I spiral out of control? Raise the dead? Show the true extent of my powers? I really hope not. King Kaspian already fears the abilities he knows about, and those just barely skim the surface of my potential. I managed to hide most of my talents from Klaus over the years, the obedience spell only forcing me to speak the truth when he asked the right questions. He never bothered to inquire about other spells I could conjure. He simply made a lot of assumptions based on the knowledge he acquired through drinking my blood, and I never attempted to clarify. I finish washing my hair and soaping off beneath a large shower head. Then I step out of the glass enclosure and select a towel from the heated rack beside it. As far as cages go, this one certainly has its perks. I wrap myself up in the fine cotton and grab another one for my hair. My appearance in the mirror hasn't changed much, my cheeks and eyes still lacking their natural glow. I doubt I'll ever find that again. Klaus killed part of my soul when he bound me to him, tainting my very being. And being here, trapped in this palace, while under frequent observation, isn't doing much to improve the situation. At least I have an espresso machine, I think, heading toward it in the living area. Like most things in this world, it's magically charged, making it easy to order exactly what I want with a few clicks of a button. The scent of finely ground coffee beans immediately touches my nose, stirring a dreamy sigh from my lungs. This is probably the one good thing about my captivity. Well, the eye candy isn't bad either. Bane, Nox, King Kaspian. Even Archangel Nolan is incredibly good-looking. Although, I want to shoot him in the shoulder, like he did to me when we first met. Sure, he thought I was the one trying to kill his leader at the time, but that didn't keep the bullet from burning like a son of a bitch. I chew my lip while the mocha starts to form in the cup, my mind drifting to the sexy male guards who frequent my rooms. Bane and Nox are phantoms, which is a new sect of supernaturals that announced their presence a little over a year ago. They're essentially ghosts who can take corporeal forms. And what fine corporeal forms they have, I muse. Not that I've seen much of them, but the cut of their clothes tells me they're impressively... A shock of pain splinters through my mind, the source of it coming from my twin. I grab my head with a gasp, her name leaving my mouth as my legs give out beneath me. "Issy!" I shout, my body crashing hard to the ground, stirring a groan from my throat. Or maybe that's a sound provoked by the agony echoing through my spirit. "Issy!" She doesn't reply, her anguish spearing through me like 100 daggers, each one pelting my chest and leaving me breathless on the floor. I can hear her screaming. No, wait, that's me, I think groggily, my vision blackening beneath the waves of torment coming from my twin. What's happening? What's he doing to you? Someone says my name, but it's the wrong voice. It's not Izzy's. It doesn't matter. Only Issy matters. "Tell me what's happening," I try again. "Talk to me." Another voice answers, one I don't want to hear, so I don't listen or discern the words. "Issy!" I curl tightly into a ball, tears pouring from my eyes. I can't see. I can barely breathe. All I feel is my sister's pain.
I won't.
I hear her yell, the fury in those two words dragging across my psyche like sharp claws.
I won't give her that order.
Who? What are you talking about? I ask her, bewildered and lost. Issy.
No! Fallon can't die!
She screams, her words not making sense.
Klaus's crimes are his own, not hers. Fuck your orders.
I gasp as another spear goes right through my chest, the sensation reminding me of electric volts, shaking my spirit and demanding submission. Several more follow, stealing my ability to do anything other than lie on the floor in a complacent ball. Something warm touches my shoulders. That voice is near my ear. But I'm too focused on Issy, too consumed by her mental exhaustion to consider anything else. She's weeping, screaming, shaking, dying. Something is choking her. Power. I try to reach through our bond, to push every ounce of my strength to her. But I feel the moment she snaps, her spirit shattering beneath an explosion of intense energy. She gasps into my mind, her voice a rasp as she says,
"The outcast coven has spoken."
I frown at her flat tone, the words unlike anything she's ever said.
If Nicholas O'Neilly is subject to death, so is Fallon Doyle.
She continues.
Fallon Doyle will honor the outcast coven by adhering to our ancient pledge. Loyal mates die with their beloved, or those mates will be punished with fates worse than death.
You can listen to the rest of the book in the Tempt Romance Audiobooks app, available on the App Store and Google Play. The link to the book is in the description. Discover even more bestsellers and exclusive stories updated weekly, only in Tempt Romance Audiobooks.